a house where he had two workers that work for them, like because they flip houses and stuff. So there was an extra room. I went there, visited him. He's got a room. It's a decent sized room. The house is clean. It's there right there by downtown at the beach. Good location. It was clean. Like I said, that was clean. He says roommates are quiet. That's the one really important thing that you always want to have is some quiet roommates that aren't bothering you, that aren't knocking on your door, asking you for stuff or trying to get you to do dumb stuff all the time. And as far as work, like I had to take a job. I was working at this one place that paid a little better, but I had to take another job. I left because I was getting tired of it. They weren't teaching me stuff. The all that they was doing, asking us to do some crazy stuff, some impossible stuff sometimes, and we'd be out of town all day, every week, and for like not really that much money. I mean, it was decent, but like all the traveling and stuff, like we should be getting paid more for all this stuff. And even though all the expenses were paid, but still, I'm saying like having to live in a hotel every day with a coworker, that was getting really old. And then the people, there was some haters at the job, so that got old. They didn't want to teach stuff. It was like pulling teeth trying to like learn stuff, and then you just stop caring. Anyways, right now where I'm working is good. I like the people I work with. The only problem is it doesn't pay a lot, so I had to take a big pay cut. And the thing is though, as I like my job, like it's physical, like I'm not sitting behind a desk. So at my age, I like that it's mobile because I'm old. I'm already at a decent age. I'm old. I get to be mobile, mobility, so I don't get lazy and stuff. Not sitting behind a desk. Um, but it doesn't pay a lot. So I don't know if I'll really be, but same time, since I don't have to be traveling out of town right now all the time for work, I got my associates in electrical. I was taking a sign language class last year. I did part one to sign language, and I did part two. This one I was still working for the other place, but I had to quit because they started sending me out of town. So I never got part two done. But now that I'm at this other job, last year I took two HVAC classes, one for controls, and the other one was heat pump technology. One class was 2 months long, the other class was 2 months long. It was like a big 4 month thing. It was like twice a week. I got the certificates for that. I like that a lot more than I think electrical. Because electrical is like running all over the building, all over the houses, everywhere. Like, but HVAC is kind of like you're just looking at a unit and then what it's attached to. It's not so much all over the place. Um, then right now, there was a couple other classes I want to take. Right now, I'm taking a Saturday class um, for small engines, small engine repair class, and small engine repair class. We've had three classes so far. So basically, it's like repairing lawnmowers. Um, oh man, I keep saying I'm gonna cut that out. I'm digging it. It's some guy shit, some man shit. Um, I am gonna continue with that, and I'm already thinking maybe next time I'm gonna take maybe a repairing like a motorcycle class or something. But I'm using this time that I am taking this other job, that I am at this other job that I do like. Um, I'm taking advantage of the time after work to go take some other classes and stuff. Before I maybe leave here, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll move up here. Maybe I will step up, take a higher paying job here. We'll see what happens. We don't know what the future has. The next year, I mean, there is talk, there's rumors of them expanding and doing other things. I don't know. Um, Everybody's situation is different. My homegirl's got a situation too. But I'm not gonna talk about that. I don't really see any point talking about all that. I want to put people's business out there. That's not really for this video. Let's see what else before I end this. The other thing I'll say about jobs is it depends who you work with too. Like the last job I was talking about, I had some haters there, and they made the job kind of miserable sometimes. It was a decent job. I could probably still go back there if I needed to. I don't really want to though. Um, but it depends who you work with. I'm still a little bit traumatized, like by having like good jobs, but with bad coworkers, coworkers can ruin a job, a good job. That's the problem that I have with my homegirl, where she's working at in retail. She has like a bunch of haters. And what I would say about jobs is, especially if you're doing a corporate job, a retail job, where there's just a bunch of people and there's like a revolving door, people quitting and coming in and out, like those kind of jobs, they don't really care about you as much. You find a job where it's smaller, people, and depending, like, if it's a mom and pop operation, they might care about you, treat you a little better. Unless they don't like you, then they're just gonna bully you and push you out, kind of thing. But just go to work and do your thing. But I would say that thing about my job is I like the people I work with. Everyone I work with is cool. We're not like fighting with each other. We're not arguing with each other. We get the job done no matter what. So that's the most important part I'll say about jobs. And how are people surviving? It's the grace of the Almighty, Jesus Christ. And have a good work ethic, stay off drugs, stay off the alcohol and stuff. Go to work on time. That's my biggest thing, is just coming to work on time. I've always, ever since I was a little kid, I like staying up late and watching TV. And I still have that problem. Now it's just the internet now with the phone. But let's see, what else? That's about it, man. That's what we can talk about. I don't want to have roommates because I've had so many roommates over the years, like getting into fights and we get into arguments and paying the bills. I remember one time, and I had an apartment. I've lived at the ghetto by myself, just renting a room out for $100 a week. So it'd be like $400 a month. But that was in the hood. I don't know what the prices are now. That was like 2004. One time, me and my buddy had a decent apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment. It was about maybe $700 a month. We would split the rent on that. That was a great place to live. But that was like 2005. But now I'm staying at home right now. So I might move back to South America. I don't even want to go back to South America because all the stuff going on down there. And like the language barrier. I can speak the language, but then finding a job in another country, being an American, it's a whole nother hassle. Got some sunflower seeds. I don't know, I have to talk about this more later, but I gotta go.